What's up, everyone? My name is Josh, and this is Josh Unboxed. And welcome back to the Daily Grind, a video series in which we talk about particular cards, plays, strategies, and news that affects the sports card market. In other words, it's a way to kind of help us navigate through the sports card market and try to make sound purchasing decisions. Today, I want to talk about Ronald Acuna Jr., the forgotten one of the three. Between Soto, Tatis, and Acuna, I feel that Acuna is somewhat forgotten. Tatis and Soto have seen a recent run-up of their cards. If we're just looking at their Topps Flagship cards, then those two cards have reached around the $300 mark, if not hovering around there. And Acuna is trailing behind at around the $200 mark. It's weird. With Tatis, obviously there's the hype behind him. With Soto, he already has a championship to his name, and as well, he's probably the best batter out of the three of them. But Acuna Jr. is no person to scoff at as well. I mean, in 2019, he was like 3 stolen bases away from reaching the 40-40 club. If you guys don't know what the 40-40 club is, it's having 40 home runs and 40 stolen bases, and it's a rarefied list of elite players that have been able to reach that. So it's crazy considering the fact that in a current state of the sports card market in which hype and speculation are already priced into these cards, Acuna Jr.'s prices don't seem like it's taken into consideration that he might be able to get into the 40-40 club. But we're gonna go ahead and pull up the data. We're gonna pull up Card Ladder. We're gonna pull up the Flagship PSA 10, Chrome PSA 10, Heritage, and the 2 Bat Down PSA 9s and the 10s. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. First card here, this is the 2018 Topps Update Ronald Acuna. This is the At Bat PSA 10. Current value here showing at 198. And you can see on the chart here, there's not really a huge run-up of his cards. Starting off, it was probably similar in price to like Tatis. And Tatis jumped up to like 250, and Acuna is just sitting here at 215, probably around $200 right now. And I also pulled up the recent sold listings as well, and you can see here 206, 205, best offer 225, 199, 199. So it seems like this card is hovering around the $200 price range. And like I said, it's pretty weird that his is trickling, slowly going up versus Tatis and Soto. I also pulled up the Chrome PSA 10, and this one experienced the huge jump. But then the price of the card is still hovering around $200 as well, which is equal to the Flagship. If you look at Soto and Tatis, their Chrome cards actually have surpassed the prices of their Flagship. And there could be a few reasons, and one reason I'm thinking of as to why this Chrome Acuna card hasn't surpassed its Flagship is because of the photo. They used a different photo for this card versus the Flagship card. I mean, if they would have used the same photo, I'm pretty sure this card would have been priced up even more. However, it's not to say that there's no run-up or increase in Chrome. And seeing this increase here, and also seeing Soto and Tatis's Chrome cards outselling for more than their Flagship cards, it could be that the market is leaning towards Chrome cards. I mean, that's what these trends are indicating. And I would attribute it to more of the new people jumping into baseball rather than people who've been collecting baseball for quite some time. Because those who collect baseball for quite some time know that the Topps Flagship Rookie is the it rookie card for the players. You can see here that the run up, and then if you think about it that way, then you might want to think that this might be undervalued if the other two cards are showing up as a higher value. But like I said, I think the detriment to this card is just the photo that they used. I also pulled up the recent sold data on this one too, and you can see here 192, 202, 192. So we're probably looking around 190, 195 for this card. Next up, we got the Heritage card. This is the PSA 10, current value of 85.61. This one has also seen the increase here. So we got here from 58 all the way up to 96, and you can see here that the current value is probably sitting around $85, probably around $90 at best. I did pull up this chart too, or the recent sold listings. This is $98. This is $92.99. Best offer of $99.99. So that's most recently here on January 20th. I like the Heritage set. It's affordable but yet recognizable. So when you have that type of combination, there's always a chance for this card to rise in value if the Flagship cards tend to be out of reach, and then people will lean towards the Heritage because it's more affordable and more recognizable. So there's always a lot of potential with the Heritage cards. I also pulled out the Bat Down cards. Now these are the most sought after Acuna Jr. rookie cards. And you can tell here, this is a current value of $2,000. This is a short print, so pop count of 446. You see the run up here from the beginning of the year all the way up to just a week ago. So we got up to $2,500. We got here at $1,550. So we saw a $1,000 increase on this card within the past week or so. Now it's down to like around $2,000. When I pull up the card's recent sales, you can see one here. This was from January 17th, 2476. So this card has actually kind of went up a little bit, but I think it's hovering around the $2,500 price range, maybe $2,400. So if this is something that you feel has some value into this card, you might want to consider getting it. Although I think with this card, we've kind of reached a peak. I don't see this card increasing at a rate like possibly his Topps Flagship card, because this is already at a high price point. Unless he gets to that 40-40 club, I don't see this card increasing up anytime too soon, or if his performance indicates that he's going to be reaching that 40-40 club, then we'll probably see a spike in this card. I also pulled out the PSA 9, which is valued at $900 right now. Last sold here $900. This card, similar to the 10 at bat, there's not really much of a discrepancy between the two. I only wanted to pull these two cards up just for the sake of comparison. I feel that these two cards are priced at a point where there's going to be little room for growth for this card, unless, like I said, his performance indicates that he will reach that 40-40 club. So I guess the question is Ronald Acuna Jr. a good buy right now? Is he underappreciated? Is he undervalued compared to Soto and Tatis? It's gonna really depend, in my opinion, based on his performance and how he does. I don't know if the hype is there for him, for his prices to skyrocket. It may, just because people might see some value in him and kind of think to themselves, if Tatis and Soto are going for 300, why is Acuna only going for 2? I don't see him going up to 300 or matching the prices of Soto and Tatis, but he can get close. I mean, he can get up to 250. I mean, if Tatis and Soto continue to rise like they do, then yes, I think this Acuna Jr. card, especially the flagship, might be a little undervalued and there might be a buying opportunity there. If you're a real believer in Ronald Acuna Jr., then you might see some value in this. Me personally, I am putting my money on Fernando Tatis Jr. He's the guy that I'm focusing on, but it doesn't mean that this card doesn't have any value. So really, it's up to your decision. We just went through the data right now to kind of help determine whether or not Acuna Jr. might be a good buy, right? That's up to your decision. Like I said in one of my previous videos, whatever fits your plan of what you want to do. I'm just here to present the data. You guys can make the choice. So that's about it. Hope you guys found some value in this video. If you did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet. I do these videos daily, whether I'm talking about Ronald Acuna Jr., Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr., the NBA card market, football, soccer, hockey, whichever outlet I can use or whichever sport we can talk about, I'm more than willing to talk about it. And I like giving out these things. I like doing these dives into the data and the numbers just to see if a card is worth a buy. And obviously it comes up to your decision, and I just want to help keep you informed and give you the data necessary to be able to make sound purchasing decisions. So with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video later.